What's up, y'all? This is Tyrell Peterson.
This is Ethan.
And this is Chance.
And welcome to Geeking Out Loud Side Quest, where we talk about everything from anime, comics, movies, and games. And today we're having a little nerdy, geeky debate on a versus battle. No, this ain't death battle, but we're still going to talk about it anyways. We are talking about Cosmic Ghost Rider, one of the strongest iterations of Ghost Rider, versus Vegeta from Dragon Ball Super. And I'm going to hear from my friends Ethan and Chance why they think Vegeta stands a chance against Cosmic Ghost Rider. So, what do you think, Chance?
Well, I think because Cosmic Ghost Rider technically can't be killed, that does put Vegeta at a disadvantage. However, because Vegeta, since literally 20 years ago, has been able to move faster than the speed of light, and now being able to train to add then some of speed, he's already pretty dang fast and strong altogether. And now that he's been training with his own God of Destruction, he now has the ability to just shoot a beam of energy, which is invisible, really.
Yeah.
To eradicate basically any physical matter.
So Hakai.
Yes.
Okay. But can he master Hakai?
He basically has, only because he can not use it in any form now. He can use it in his base form, and he can use it in his new Ultra Ego form.
But did he master Ultra Ego?
No.
No, but he can achieve it whenever he wants to, basically.
Yeah, he does have the ability to use it whenever he wants now, but
doesn't it drain his ki really bad?
Technically, Vegeta said that his power is unbounded. Even though he was basically beaten up and wore out, he literally stood back up and powered back into this transformation probably 20 minutes in Dragon Ball time. Like, after him and Goku trying to basically tag team him,
Yeah.
he does suffer some type of rebound from it. If in the Tournament of Power, notice that Toppo, when he was taking damage, that supposedly, I guess he was getting stronger from his attacks or something. And there's something from this new Hakai form that, I guess.
So it's like you basically just tank attacks.
Yeah, the Ultra Ego is basically, he's like, he's such a badass, it doesn't matter to him, so he's just more and more.
But there is a limit to how much damage he can take before he actually
that's something
gets
he
hurt.
didn't figure out until a little bit after, and was like, what the hell happened?
Alright, so basically just tell me the skill set and personality and everything about Vegeta, and I'll tell you about Cosmic Ghost Rider. And we'll have this debate where we judge it. So,
well, Vegeta is basically like his own independent person. He is basically royalty in his family, meaning he's the prince of all Saiyans, like the prince of his own kind.
Yeah.
And so, because he doesn't really consider anybody else on his level, it really puts himself on a high pedestal, and he really doesn't. Right, he's just all pride and ego. He doesn't really think much of anybody else.
Can also kind of be a disadvantage because he'll
underestimate
his opponent.
Right, and that is kind of why people kind of question his new form called Ultra Ego, because it just embraces one of his downsides. However, unlike Ultra Instinct, which is what Goku has, where when he first used it, he couldn't really obtain it whenever he wanted to. And it wasn't really as strong as Ultra Ego is now, which Vegeta can obtain whenever he wants to at this point. So we really don't know the limits of it, besides him just being overpowered.
Yeah, so we know that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution can take on Toppo, God of Destruction Toppo.
Right.
And, he's pretty strong, I'll admit. He has the big bang attacks, got guns, all that. He basically has all the attacks he used from.
True, but I mean we have a couple of new attacks from Super that he's used. I believe one is called the Burst Gamma Flash. It's one of my favorites that he uses. I play Dokkan on my phone a bit. So they use a lot of the Super attacks.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's the blast that he does with his hands in the Tournament of Power when he's the Super Saiyan Blue evolved. I'm not sure how many times he does it. I think you only see him do it once or twice. But I thought it was a really cool attack. It's like this blue light that comes from his hands. It kind of reminds you of the double Gallic gun he did.
Yes.
When he runs up and puts his hands on them and blasts them with his hands. but it has this blue shine and it has like this like yellow electricity that goes around it. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's something different. And so I'm not sure. Chance, did you notice any new attacks in Super that we missed?
To be fair, I really didn't pay attention to too many attacks he did gain over Super, besides the father-son Gallic gun, which I did think was pretty neat.
Oh,
That's
he
just
had
kind of a combo move.
Right.
He had a demolishing attack from back in the day.
The final impact.
Yes,
Or the final explosion.
final explosion. He can use that now without dying.
Right. I say he has the God key now. He has the where he uses his aura to protect him or something. I guess I can't remember. It has to be something that Whis has taught him.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has two new techniques, which one is called Hakai, where he could basically use an invisible beam and create a massive crater in a planet from very far away.
Obliterate you from reality, right? Basically from existence.
Right, just evaporate. You just
And
separate.
it turns to dust, basically.
Yeah.
Because there's scenes in the manga or panels in the manga where he's seen training with Beerus, and he can use this to make massive craters in the planet that could be seen from very far away.
Yeah.
Just absolutely massive, and probably could destroy the planet.
And see, that's the really cool thing about the manga. They're already showing where Goku and Vegeta are kind of going through this god level training, where they're basically Beerus and Whis are preparing them I guess as replacements or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
To be like representatives in a different universe or something.
Yeah.
Because we've already in the manga, we witnessed Vegeta and Goku both use the Hakai, but in the show we never get to see it. So I'm not sure if they're they're kind of trying to keep this thing like not a Western thing or what's going on. But in the manga, it's a lot more in detail, and it seems like they're going a lot more in depth with them becoming further and further into this godhood.
Yeah.
Well, in the anime, at around the Zamasu saga, they never really showed Goku using Hakai, but they did show him using it in the manga. While Vegeta had just learned this attack, he has been using it much more than Goku has, because Goku's only used it once or twice in that part of the manga.
Right.
So now that Vegeta has a little more control of it and more experience with using it, I think that he's nearly mastered it to the point where we haven't really seen anything else tank it besides Granola, which is the current antagonist in the Dragon Ball Super manga.
Yeah. And doesn't he have a attack that used on Moral Spirit Fission?
Yes, he has the ability to separate taken energy. For example, if one character absorbs another character's energy, Vegeta can separate the unnatural energy. He basically remove all of your taken energy,
and that's funny.
And that can be sent back to the original user.
And that's really funny because after he got the Hakai form, I've completely forgot he had Spirit Fission. I was just so hyped that I was like, oh my gosh, he has a new form finally. This is it.
And they've only showed him use it twice in the Moro arc. Once when he first fought Moro, where he was beating the stolen energy out of Moro to make him old and weak again, and then he used it again when Moro literally just fused with the earth.
Yeah.
He basically started Iron Man punching the ground to knock the energy out of him.
And I thought they were Vegeta's pretty overpowered. He's basically a god now.
Right.
But
yeah, they are gods. It's Super Saiyan gods. It's but they're becoming more and more, and it's just it's getting to where it's the power scaling's kind of
that's why and I'm not gonna lie, that's why I'm pretty much doing the battle now before it gets too crazy. So I'm but yeah, Vegeta's tough, but Cosmic Ghost Rider, it takes the power cosmic from Marvel and Galactus and all that good stuff, where you can do time travel, teleportation, unlimitless energy, and all that good stuff.
And this is all stuff that Cosmic Ghost Rider can do,
right? Yes, he can do that. Plus, he has the Ghost Rider's powers, where I'll name some, for example, cell manipulation,
right,
and Hellfire,
right,
and he has the Hellfire chain. He can manipulate it any way, making it long and extend it out. into weapons. He can morph it into anything, pretty much. Do anything he wants with it.
Now, what's the thing that I've seen in the movies where he grabs people and he stares them into the eyes?
Oh, that's the ultimate attack, Penance there.
Yeah. Now that's one thing that I was kind of worried about, because isn't that when he does that, it forces that person, it shows them all the evil things.
Yeah, the suffering and pain all in one.
Stuff they put all these other people through.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you gotta feel guilty for that. But I'm sure Vegeta feels guilty, but at the same time,
True, I didn't think about that. You have to feel guilty.
But here's the thing: he also has another attack called Cosmic Penance there, where you don't gotta feel guilty. You just gotta do it, and it'll incinerate you. That's what he did to Thanos. Thanos was like, he pretty much got off to it like where he used the penance there every day to make him feel happy. Like, oh, I did this suffering today. And then he used Cosmic Penance there one day, and it just incinerated him like to ashes.
So yeah, that might be kind of an issue.
Yeah, so Vegeta has been killing billions of people on planets. He killed like people. It showed all over in Dragon Ball through the media, and he killed Namekians. He slaughtered them.
True.
Like he slaughtered them. He killed countless. Remember when he was about to go to Earth, but he just visited that bug planet?
Right.
Like he literally just destroyed it at the very end.
Yeah.
And
so that was really early on in like the Dragon Ball series. Well, not in the Dragon Ball Z series. That was a little bit after Raditz had passed away, and they were training, waiting for them to get there. This is one of those super rare early scenes where we got to see the early art of Vegeta when he had the weird green Saiyan uniform
and the red hair.
I thought that was so cool. I mean, I understand, I like how it turned out, but I really like the early designs for it, and the fact that they kept it in the episodes, and we got to see it.
Yeah, and like we don't know how many people Vegeta actually slaughtered, but we just know the ones we've seen.
Thousands.
There's no telling.
Yeah,
considering how the Saiyan race was and how many planets they enslaved, and also in the Broly movie, we got to see that very early on that Raditz and Vegeta were out with Nappa and were taking over planets.
At a very young age.
Had been doing this for a while, apparently, when the planet Vegeta was destroyed. So they had no telling killed how many people.
And we also got to remember Majin Vegeta when he blew up that stadium.
Yeah.
That was just another handful of about 100 people he just burnt to death.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter how much good he done, he still went to hell. So Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's gonna have fun with this though. He's gonna see it, and Vegeta gonna I don't know, he's done so much wrong, I don't see how he can get over that. But he also has Cosmic Hellfire and Limitless Energy. He can literally he took a beam from Galactus, a hit from Power Cosmic himself. He took a power hit from a dead Celestial, which they have limitless and infinity energy, and survived it. He just pretty much put himself back together like a Lego. And then what else? Oh, he also survived getting beat down by Thanos a lot of times. Like Thanos said he was unkillable himself, and he killed everything.
Yeah.
So, well, back to Vegeta feeling guilt for all the thousands of people he's killed. Beerus even said he's never going to progress much more if he keeps on feeling guilt and blame for all the stuff he's done in the past. So technically, he has overcome all of his guilt because if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be able to achieve Ultra Ego.
But at the same time, you gotta remember Cosmic Penance there.
I was about to say, with the Cosmic Penance.
Yeah, that means even if you know you've done something, it'll still, you don't gotta feel guilty about it anymore. You just incinerate you. And Vegeta, he knows what all he done. He knows everything from his past. He didn't forget his past. He just
eradicated his own guilt. He doesn't feel guilty for it anymore because it's already done and gone. He can't take it all back technically. So.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Vegeta's strong. He's one of the strongest anime characters alive.
True.
But you gotta think, with Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's pretty broken.
Yeah.
So he can put himself back together, resurrect himself. I mean, he's already dead. If you try to use a Hakai on him, he's basically he don't got a soul.
Right.
So
it would destroy his body, but like I said, with the spirit of vengeance, he would just come back as someone else.
Yeah, because there's always vengeance to be served. Mm-hmm. And I think that it'd be a good fight. Another good thing, Cosmic Ghost Rider, even when he walks, he says he holds back so much. When he walks, he has to hold back his power, otherwise he'll destroy planets by walking.
Right.
And that takes a lot of power. I mean, I know Vegeta can destroy planets, but just by walking, I mean...
Yeah, not by walking, I don't think that. I mean, we've seen that Beerus can destroy half a planet with just a tap on the table? With
just split in half.
But that's a god of destruction.
Vegeta is not even...
We still haven't even got to see, all
in my defense, Vegeta in his base form has been basically ranked above Frieza for about I guess after the Frieza saga, which Frieza could already destroy a planet by like a single like finger beam, and Vegeta like since like the mid '90s has been able to overpower him. Now it never physically showed him blowing up planets, but he's ranked above that level.
Well, we saw in the Saiyan saga
in the
when
Saiyan
him and
saga.
Goku fought when he does the Earth splittering Gallic gun. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
That it would have destroyed the planet if it had landed.
Right. So even though it never talked like. It's already safe to assume that Vegeta's suppressing a lot of his power because otherwise he would just break everything in his house and probably.
But at the same time, they both went all out. I believe I believe he can Cosmic will grant him enough power to stand up to God form and Blue.
Right.
Because I think Ghost Rider himself can just stand up to Super Saiyan 3. No one can convince me otherwise. He's so durable. He took on World War Hulk. He took on so many people like Thor, Doctor Strange. Everyone's on edge every time he shows up. He took down Galactus with the Penance there. I mean, you gotta understand, like, he's pretty overpowered dude. So
Yeah.
with the power Cosmic, that gives him like a whole like major power boost.
Yeah, there's a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah,
with him.
and like he's planet like breaker, and he's just. I think he could stand up to Blue Evolution, but at the same time, when it comes to Ultra Ego, if he would have mastered it, I believe he would have whooped Cosmic Ghost Rider. But
Now, I don't really know how much more Vegeta can master Ultra Ego because we only know how we only knew how Goku can master Ultra Instinct is by him being able to achieve that form on his own without any help. Now, Vegeta has been able to do that because he literally went Ultra Ego twice in.
how fast did it drain him though?
It didn't really show him getting very tired. Now, he did get physically overpowered by Granola, which he used the Dragon Balls to wish him to be the strongest mortal of that universe. And he did beat Vegeta. But then, not really long after, like half a chapter later, Vegeta literally got back up after being tired and bleeding, got back up and powered back into Ultra Ego and landed about 4 or 5 really hard hits.
His will is overpowering. Like his dedication to the fight.
It took Granola to literally stand on top of Vegeta's arms and then point down at his face, point blank range, within like a foot and a half, just to blast him in the face for what seems like forever on end because it had steam filling up the entire.
Vegeta can take a beating. He sure can.
Yeah, it took a lot just to knock him into his base form, and even then, Vegeta literally stood back up after that. He was holding on to his arm like he always does after getting hurt, but he was still alive, walking and talking.
I think Cosmic Hellfire mixed with. He's literally took on alternate versions of armies of heroes that Cable formed to take down Cosmic Ghost Rider. He wiped them out in seconds. From Beta Ray Bill, Hulk, Wolverine, the X-Men, Avengers, everyone. He took them all down. And his Hellfire, it can burn pretty much anything. It's like pretty much like you basically can undo it.
Right.
And he also has a fragmented time stone. So all you gotta do is charge up with the power Cosmic, and you can use it. So that would be helpful.
Yeah, I reckon it would be, yeah.
And so I think as much as Vegeta I can agree Vegeta more faster. He's like faster, possibly more stronger.
I do believe he has like the physical brute strength to like
and that's
just physical will he can.
I was like, I understand Cosmic Ghost Rider might have like all these abilities and stuff.
Yeah,
but
and
also
techniques.
have to think though, Vegeta is, as long as he's been alive, is an
warrior,
expert at martial arts, and I mean very, very powerful.
He's a very brutal and tactical fighter. Even fighting someone stronger than he is, which is Granola, he literally tried to snap his knee just by elbowing it.
You gotta understand though, this is the Punisher particularly. He literally got trained by Thanos in his Cosmic Ghost Rider form. He says, "Who trained you? The Devil, Thanos, and the U.S. Marine Corps." Like he literally the one-man army, the brutalest hand-to-hand combat person in Marvel, the Punisher. And you gotta understand that, like he has a war against crime, and once he hears about a Saiyan, like what they are and what they do, it's gonna be like Granola pretty much. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you filthy Saiyans, like you're," but.
Man, it's going to be a very long and brutal fight. No, like, death-wise, I still feel like Cosmic Ghost Rider's going to win because, like you said, he physically cannot die.
No, he's already dead, pretty much.
But it feels just... Like, say they both couldn't die and they just had to swing at each other constantly. Bruce...
One stamina. Like, one's going to get knocked out.
Right.
But if Cosmic Ghost Rider, I'll admit this. His mental fatigue, like he was alone for so long on Earth, just wandering, that it made him crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, yeah, he's unstable. Sometimes he even forgets he has cosmic powers. He just uses his guns that can shoot hellfire bullets. He sometimes, like, forgets that he can, like, make atomic bombs of fire.
Damn.
So, yeah, like, and then Thanos, when they, like, brought it up, like, they were fighting an army, a horde of aliens, and he's like, Ghost Rider, why don't you use something hellish and not just gunfire? He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot I can do that. And, yeah, so, yeah, he can do that. And also, if he uses his power too much, he will get, like, kind of drained, and you can knock him out.
So he has, like, kind of a stamina.
Yeah, but it's only if he use, like, this is only when he was taking on armies of heroes.
Oh, okay, so, like, taking on, like, a lot of people.
Yeah, so, and using all of his power up on them all. But against one dude, I mean, it'll be a long fight.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I reckon it would be pretty good flight, pretty close. I say hard to decide. I say considering it's two different universes, hard to match up powers against other powers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it would go, but I do believe it would be a pretty crazy fight. I really do. I say a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
Something I'd like to watch if it ever got animated.
yeah. What do you think, Chance?
Well, like I said, if say they both couldn't die, it'd still be a pretty even fight because, like I said, with Cosmic Ghost Riders, like intellect and techniques versus Vegeta's brute strength and physical speed, I feel like they're going to be pretty even.
And he also has his Cosmic Hell Cycle, which can pretty much just travel galaxies. Like, he basically just travels galaxies, taking war on alien criminals now.
Right.
But I think that with the Cosmic Pendant there, he's going to take down Vegeta. Or at least drain his soul with soul manipulation.
If it came really down to it, and he got a hold of Vegeta and could get him to stay still for a minute and use the Cosmic Pendant stare on him, it would, I believe, definitely.
Wouldn't you think that Vegeta's spirit fission could counter that because it's
Well,
like trying to take something away from
that's
him.
something kind of difficult because the spirit vision, that's him separating two energies out of something else.
And this is a contracted
Like
spirit.
I said, think of it, it's spirit, not just key or anything like
But
that.
it's a contracted spirit,
True,
though. You gotta understand that he signed something, and he signed the devil's deal, and so it's a contracted spirit. You gotta understand.
I'm not sure you could separate, him from it because he is the spirit of.
Yeah, he is it. He ain't fused.
That is it.
Yeah, it ain't like Venom and Eddie. Like, that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Vegeta stopping Ghost Rider from like trying to separate Vegeta's soul from him.
Well, Vegeta always stared down people, his enemies.
It wouldn't be him separating Vegeta's soul from him. Basically Vegeta would
drain.
He would disintegrate in his hands. Like
he
would
also
literally crumble into ashes.
Yeah, and he can also absorb like souls, like suck them out of him. Like he uses magic pretty much. Like his thing is like pretty much supernatural magic.
Right.
And Vegeta's is just brute strength and power.
Right,
So,
but Vegeta did counter Moro's like Moro has the ability to eat planets with people on them.
yes, and Ghost Rider
absorb their spirits, which I guess that's Dragon Ball's way of I would assume a soul.
Yeah.
And Vegeta can return them to their own host or their original host.
Well, I mean, then that kind of makes kind of a good point. I'll say then but if his body's destroyed, there's nothing to return to.
Yes.
But if, he's just taking his soul out of him or something, then yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he could, do something about it, possibly.
Because you think that with Vegeta's new Ultra Ego form being insanely durable and basically being able to block Ki, I guess, in Dragon Ball's universe, I'm not sure how that's going to work with Marvel characters, but I do think he's going to be able to defend his own soul and spirit pretty well, considering he's got a new destroyer form. Plus,
Well, here's the thing: if I feel like he's gonna have his hands full with Blue Evolution, and I feel like if he thinks he's gonna do transforming even more, he's gonna use that pendant stare on him. He's gonna use it really quick.
Yeah.
And also, he has a cosmic, he has a Hellfire chain that is used by the demon that powers Juggernaut, Chain of Sinerak. Like, it's literally unbreakable. It's the source of Juggernaut's power. So, to wrap him up in that and look him in the eyes, he always meme mugs people and stares them down and their enemies, even in games.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't think, oh, looking him in the eyes ain't gonna hurt me. Like And
Right,
then
it,
that's when
would,
you
it
get
wouldn't
them.
be the first thing to think about.
Yeah, like who would think, oh, the eyes are gonna kill me?
Yeah.
Looks can kill, and literally, the looks will kill you.
Yeah.
And
Well, from Ghost Rider at least.
yeah, from Ghost Rider at least. And
Now, say if they did make an animated video of this, I doubt that that's going to immediately happen at first glance. Like Vegeta
No.
being eradicated immediately, because there's got to be the plot that they'll let the fight carry on.
not just that, the fandom would get so toxic and mad that it would just blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Right. So for the most part, the fight would be semi-even, depending on like how all techniques stack up against each other.
Here's the thing I'll conclude on this. I think Spirit Fission with Ultra Ego would stand up to Cosmic Ghost Rider. It just depends. But I also think Cosmic Ghost Rider's Penistare will defeat Vegeta. But you gotta think, who uses it who's first? Like, that's where it comes down to it.
Like I said,
if it
Vegeta
comes
has-
down to speed, I mean, we're gonna have to say Vegeta because damn, that man's fast.
He knows instant transmission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does know how to use instant transmission, but like I said, his physical like moving speed and agility is through the roof. Like I said, in like I said, 1992 when they made them fight Cell from the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
They've already said Vegeta, Goku, and Trunks can move faster than the speed of light, and like I said, this was already 20-something odd years ago.
Yeah.
Now, they've already achieved 2 or 3, technically 4. I think 4 new forms after that are
Yeah.
already leaps and bounds ahead. So it's
It always each form empowered more. So
right. Each one's an even greater jump than before.
yeah.
Like Super Saiyan Blue is nearly 50 times stronger than God, and then Ultra Ego. I can't really tell how much Ultra Ego is above Blue or Blue E. And same goes for Goku's Ultra Instinct versus his Blue forms. I don't
Yeah.
know how much of that difference is, but I know it's significant enough to where.
Yeah. He's more. It seemed like more aggressive and savage, like his Ultra
Right,
Ego
yeah.
form. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Also, like, I don't think he would think about it, but honestly, if one of them had to come down to it, I would think Vegeta, like as fast as he is, would take it down, but he'd take a lot of blows. So
Right, now if Cosmic Ghost Rider did like physically punch and kick him, Vegeta does basically amp up his own health, because the more physical attacks he takes, he does technically get stronger with that Ultra Ego form. Now, like I said before, there is a limit to how much damage he can take, but he can take enough to the point where he's already been beaten up before in his Ultra Ego form, so this Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Vegeta fight is obviously going to take place after the Granola arc.
yeah,
So I'm sure Vegeta is going to clearly know when to not take as much damage.
yeah,
And he can use his gained power to his own advantage.
Yeah.
yeah. And like I said, Cosmic Ghost Rider is fatigued. Like if he overuses his power, like for so long, and we like, I don't know. Like I think Vegeta honestly would win. But it just depends on who does what first.
Yeah.
It just depends on strategy wise and
And just see how it kind of goes, I reckon.
yeah, but yeah, we concluded that if just depends on who's faster, I guess, and Vegeta's clearly faster.
Who
So
could land the first strike?
yeah, who can land the first strike? The Hakai versus Cosmic Penistare.
Yeah, strike first, strike hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so yeah, I guess the winner's Vegeta. So all right, anything you want to add to it, guys, or?
No, I reckon not. This is
This-
pretty good.
Just to clarify, this isn't any kind of nagging or hating on Marvel. This is just based on
No,
what
this
we.
is just the completely
Hypothetical.
hypothetical.
This is just based on the
debate.
information we have on both Vegeta and Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's just based on the resources we already have.
Also, before we go, what did y'all think about the Dragon Ball Superhero trailer?
Very excited about it. The animation's a little wonky.
I don't know how I feel
compared.
about it. I honestly don't. They should have stuck with Broly animation from the first movie.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with the weird 3D
Kakarot.
CGI that they used in the Broly movie. That one fight scene where they go into like the different universe.
Yes.
That most people really didn't like. I didn't like it because it was
No.
confusing.
Yeah, it's really trippy
I
and
just
hard to
didn't know
get
what was going
on.
I was like, and the animation changed out of nowhere. I was like, can we not do this? I was like, I love the original style so much.
Yeah, I don't know why they would change it unless they didn't have the budget for it, but it's Dragon Ball.
Right,
I mean,
but it's
Listen,
them
I'm sure they
trying to be
wanted to-
different.
I'm sure they just wanted to change it up to make it
well,
look
they never
different.
done it all these years with different Dragon Ball movies. I don't know why out of.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it from like Resurrection F to Broly because they wanted to see how that would look, and now they're just
Yeah, and I guarantee
with
they had a lot of
3D.
hate about it. So
Yeah, I'm sure they get a lot of critics from a lot of critique from a lot of people.
yeah,
I think that because now they are bringing back the Red Ribbon Army, I hope, and I really hope to God that they bring back Cell.
that's what
Just
I'm
because
saying.
he technically is an android and part of the Red
Like
Ribbon
like
Army.
a mid credit scene that shows
It
him
would
growing.
be kind of interesting to see a different kind of Cell, or like maybe something
Like a
related
recreated
to
Cell.
him, or like a sibling to him, or something.
Yeah,
or,
and
Like maybe after the Cell Saga, like a drone picked up some DNA from the Cell Juniors that were killed by
right,
Gohan.
maybe something happened to where he still lived on. He's like been plotting all this time.
I think they need to do my man Gohan some like redemption.
I feel like they're going to bring him back. I feel
Great
like they really
Saiyan
will.
man. I mean, come on, they need to at least make a cameo about him.
It would be really nice, but I can feel it deep down. They're probably not.
Does
Maybe one day in the far future we'll get like a what if series from Dragon Ball. And
They're
like,
gonna-
what if Gohan actually took over Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
And Goku went on to train with King Kong.
Literally,
and come back.
they've been shitting on Gohan since Majin Buu saga,
Yeah.
and all he wants to do is we got to study them books, Dad.
Oh
Well,
no, Ultimate
he
Gohan
always-
is very.
He
cool.
always wanted to be a scholar. He always said he was going to be, and that's what he ended up being. And I'm sure after him getting his ass kicked by Frieza and Cell and everybody else and all this shit going on,
I'm tired of fighting. PTSD from fighting.
I'm sure he got really tired of it really quick.
But I think Gamma 1 and 2 are androids. The ones with 1 and 2 on them, I guarantee they're androids.
Because they gotta be. I think that they're from the Red Ribbon Army and just became nice.
No, I don't even think that. I just think they're trying to frame, because you can see in the very beginning Majin Buu, Vegeta, and Goku and Piccolo on screen, like on a computer screen, and it shows like them making menacing faces. So I'm thinking they're trying to frame all the Dragon Ball characters, Z fighters.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it does sound like something that might happen.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we can't beat them, so we're gonna make the whole world hate them,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna leave the world or something and take over the world.
Again, I really still hope they bring back Cell, because if they don't bring back him, they're going to bring back some new android character of some sort.
They're gonna bring back one android, I know, but I also think, let's see, I like how they showed Broly in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just going to show like clips of him and Goku sparring
It
because
doesn't matter, it still makes it good.
right. But like I say, he's not going to be the main focus of this movie. But it is going to show him again, just to continue that plot and for fan service as well.
And Pan, I mean, I guarantee Piccolo doing the same thing he done to Gohan and just take her somewhere and just train her. But Gohan's willing to give up Pan
Yeah.
to Piccolo.
I don't know. I feel like Piccolo might enjoy Pan's company a little bit more. She seemed like seeing how her nature was in GT, how she fought with Hercule and all them. I feel like she'd be a little bit of a better student to Piccolo than Gohan was.
God, Gohan.
I hate to say that, but I mean, Pan was never one of my favorite characters. I mean, she was tolerable in GT, but I was like, Gohan was kind of a disappointment to Piccolo at
It's
first.
like, I know for a fact that Pan's going to play a very significant role in this new movie.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to see it.
Yeah, and I just want to, like, even if it ain't about Vegeta and Goku and just about the other side character, what they're capable of, I'll be happy with it. But Toriyama, the Dragon Ball creator, he literally said this ain't gonna be about power based. It's gonna be like, I don't know, like it's gonna
Slice of life.
slice of life, and so it ain't gonna be power like Broly was and immense power. It's just gonna be pretty much storytelling based.
But it's still going to have some pretty brutal fights. at
Oh
least
yeah,
towards the
because
middle of
Dragon
it.
Ball, you gotta admit that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, overall y'all excited for the Dragon Ball movie?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. So very ready to watch it. I probably figured we'd all go see it as soon as it comes out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at least Red Ribbon Army's coming back and we're gonna see some more androids. I want to see Android 17 to 18 reaction to it, like because they were raised by it, or not raised, but they were transformed. Yeah, created
Red
band.
Ribbon.
Maybe if they do bring back Cell, maybe if they do, he might be trying to get a hold of Android 17 or 18.
Well, that's how he got his form before, so I don't know why.
Or he might talk about how he don't need them anymore and saying that he's like completely recreated and he just don't need them anymore.
And but yeah, there's a lot of theories going around about it. Alright, but we'll talk about that later. But until then, yeah, we'll see you next week. So, bye guys.